Hello folks, good evening. Welcome to another day. Yesterday I just spent 15 minutes. I was too tired and I'm in a tournament and I have played 2 games in the tournament. I have lost to FM FIDE Master in round 1. Because of a color break I got white again, and in the second round I was able to win against a 1670 rated opponent. So it was a long 3.5 hour game, which was very tiring, but somehow was able to hold my nerves in the end under time pressure, and I got a win. Fairly equal game. Probably tomorrow I'll spend some time, tomorrow, like next 2 days I have double headers, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to record. But today I did have some time. I do have some time, half an hour to 45 minutes, and tomorrow, the next 2 days double headers, so 4. We're going to be spending maybe 5-6 hours on the table. Hopefully 5-6 hours on the table. Hopefully I'm able to last that long in that tournament. I'm able to give my best and put in a lot of effort at the table to generate some good game. It's okay if we win or lose. Objective of course is to understand how are we able to spend time at the table, ability to find the right set of moves in that specific positions, and we're going to try and do that. So today we're going to start off. First of all, I know that my morning's opponent tomorrow is going to be playing the Colle System. So we're going to practice some games against Stockfish 5, understanding the Colle System and what are the typical ideas that we have to be able to generate. But we start off our day. We're going to spend 45 minutes today, and we're going to start off the day with the warm up. We're going to spend around 10 minutes playing the. We're going to spend 10 minutes playing the puzzle streak. So let's see what's happening here. We can see that. Okay. Isn't this free? What is the problem with this position? We are losing this. So what if I take this first, and then I'm going to pick this up? Is there a problem? Not sure. Yeah, it was just the move order question. It was not really a super tough question. It's a move order question. Now, of course, he has had a discovered attack on my queen. Is there something that generates good counterplay in this position? Can I simply take this? Do I have any play? Let's try and calculate. Queen takes rook. Yeah, I think it's a free rook. Yeah, it seems to be. I just didn't see it. It's a free rook in the position. Right, it's a free rook in the position. Let's see what's happening here, folks. Is this like, actually I have this like a mating sequence, but I don't have okay, it's a simple one. I can just get the rook into the center of the board and then try and create some play on this. Yeah, because otherwise it was a mating sequence for us. Here, what do we got? We have a fork here, like a family fork in this position, but this is actually a pawn wedge kind of a question, where we start off with this check, king takes, and queen delivers this beautiful mate. So this is like a force sequence. So family fork going waste because of a very simple, a very nice pawn wedge delivering us the goods. Now here, what have we got? The king is open. We can have a check, but I'm not sure if it is giving us any good sequence. Let's try and calculate. As simple as that. Is there anything that generates as good play? So we have a check, but that doesn't give us anything. How do you stop the check? And then we can try to create this. So let's say you play this, and the king plays it here. Then we have the rook check, which delivers this. So let's start with the check and the rook check deflecting, and you play this again, forcing him to take the rook, and we deliver the queen. So a wonderful tactic there, working out for us. What do we have here? They've just taken up one of our piece. Okay, let's say I take it, then the knight takes. I don't have anything here. If I take, he takes, I take, he takes, I take. There's nothing again here. Do we have any sequence, any tactic that gives us any benefit? The point is, this is queening. This pawn's queening. That's one advantage in this position. After all this exchange, we have a nice set of pawns. So this is a possibility. So we can take the knight, the rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, and queen takes. But then what is going to happen is this pawn's going to queen. Maybe that is the thing. Let's take a second, folks. Let's be really sure about it. Rook takes. Though I cannot take it first because the knight is protecting. I have to take this first. I'm not very sure if there is a sequence here. Is there something that's... I'm not clear, folks. Is there something that's going to give us better sequence? Okay, now let's take a second again. Rook takes, queen takes. I'm actually having a ton of pawn. Yeah, I think it's just a calculation saying that, you know, we do have enough pawns. Okay, great. So this is a discover attack, and then we have a sequence like this. So queen takes rook. No, that doesn't work. Queen takes rook. Okay, we first of all have this check. Queen takes, and then we have this one which is pinning, and we get a rook. So we start off with this check. It's a forced sequence, and then I simply pick up this rook, getting us material up. But I'm not really sure, is it still winning? Oh, it's a check. So then we have to protect the pawn, and then the match continues. So wonderful, good sequence. Now what have we got here? Here we are playing white first of all. So this is the white, and I think we have a check. The king comes here. We can play this check. Pawn takes, check. There's nothing here. So first we start off with check. First we start with check. Doesn't make sense. I can start with a simple check here. We can start with a check. Let's calculate this. Check. Check. Oh, this is actually a mate in one. No, not really mate in one. And then we come here. Yeah. It's not a mate in one. But yes, this is a nice little fork. Beautiful, you know, it's not a royal fork, but a fork nonetheless. Pretty good. But we have this opportunity of threatening mate here. Or which is the correct way to threaten the mate is the question. This is the correct way to threaten the mate because you actually lose your knight in the process. So how do we threaten the mate? That was the question. Very nice way to threaten the mate. Alright folks, we have a couple of minutes left. Can we see if we can reach 30? Today in this whole sequence? We have this nice little check. King comes back. The only problem is he has mate here, right? So we should be really careful. So what we need to do, once he comes here, once I have this check, once he comes here, we come back here and then protect the bishop, and then the match is in. So we start with this check, we come back with another check, and then we can protect the bishop in the process. So pretty straightforward. Last 1 minute folks, one odd minutes, we can try this. After this we're going to practice the Colle system. We're going to practice some puzzles in the Colle system, and then we're going to, you know, get into the opening practice with this, right? So we have this opportunity here. While he takes it, you lose the queen, right? That's not possible. And if he takes the queen, we get, okay, it's a nice little one, and we get this back. Last puzzle folks for the day. Let's see if we can do it fast. Bishop check. No, I think bishop check doesn't work. What if I take rook check? Rook here, and then we threaten the opening. Alright. Let's see if there's a mating. Let's see, there may be a mating sequence on the other side of the board. Check. King comes here. Bishop check. Rook comes in the middle. Mate. No, it's not a mate. Queen is here. We start with this check. Rook comes here. We also have the rook towards the end of the sequence. Let's calculate this. Yes, so we have this check, and it's not a mate. What about this? Yeah, I was just thinking this. Oh, we lose this, but you lose this, and we lose this. We get this, and we are okay. We don't have it. We have this. Then you come here, you kick, deflect, and once the deflection is complete, we still. This is actually not an easy endgame. Let me tell you, this is not an easy endgame. I would have struggled. Of course, we can have a check here and pick up the other pawn as well. And I think now we have 3 pawns against the rook and it's completely winning. Alright folks, we're 10 minutes into the game, into the day today. Today we're going to learn the Colle system. The problem is I know that we figure out who's my opponent and we try to see what kind of game that opponent plays. They play the Queen's Pawn game, specifically this Colle system, and they play it with white. So let's understand the Colle system first, because I just don't know much about the system, and I'm going to try to play the d5 variation. We'll just understand from both sides. What are the tactics on both sides? So the Colle system works this way. It is characterized by some sort of a pawn structure which looks like this, and the knight sitting here, and either the bishop sits here or here. So there are 2 variations in that Colle system. So we have this. It looks like a stonewallish structure, right? It does look like a stonewall structure, but it's not really a stonewall structure because we do play stonewall quite a bit. Of late, we've been practicing out of stonewall. So we open this up. See, this is the advantage of getting the bishop out early. Now the bishop is not a bad bishop, so it's something like the Trompowsky system with the white, where we first get the bishop out and then put the whole stonewall in place. This is the same thing, but with black we are doing the same. With first getting the bishop out. I'll have to see the evaluation, I do not know about it. Today we're going to spend maybe the whole day we're going to spend on the Colle system and understanding the Colle system, preparing. So c5 is a typical idea, and yeah, this is pretty much it's just opening up the center. So we just blasted open the center and then we are going to play. That's what the white's trying to do, and I think this is a pretty solid way to play. There's nothing wrong with the current position, but yeah, I think we just maneuvering. Oh, now what has happened is white has played this kind of a system. Wow. I think the whole thing starts with this knight taking up this because we have a discovered attack and the knight opens up. So something like that. No, we start off with this. No. I thought it was something tending towards that, because I thought the thing would open up and we'll be able to play this differently. Not sure. So let us take the hint. It's about this knight here. That's what I thought. Knight takes here. Knight can be played here as well. Now both the knights attacking. Now we have this. No, we have this one. Takes, and then we get this rook in the end of the sequence. Oh, very, very tough one, by the way, but very nice. I really enjoyed the way we actually put the double knights attacking it and completely open a position. Very nice puzzle, I would say. Yeah, knight could have come here as well, but the point is knight takes knight. Why it is not working? Let's try that. Knight takes knight, and then what do? Okay, you take this, and then you lose this. So then what? So you cannot. So the point is, okay, let's see, why don't we start with this check next? Instead of this, why don't we play this check? It's not possible because the knight is here. So once you take it, so why the knight directly doesn't work? Because you can simply pick up this one. It's already a double attack. So yeah, so couple of ideas there, but very nice set of ideas. Let's understand the Colle system again. Okay, this is the standard Colle system. Without the knight bishop coming out, we actually close both the bishops. Both the dark and light color bishops are bad. The idea would be to play the e4 break at some point of time to open this bishop is the idea, and for white as such. So white would want to e5 break at some point of time. So for that he's preparing with nb to d7. It's a very typical even stonewall idea of nb to d7, and then he's putting this whole thing in. And this is the break. This is exactly the break which gives white the advantage in this position, because black's bishop on d7 is weak, and of course this break ensures that white has an advantage. So being black, I need to play against this break. I have to ensure the break is not very easy for white to find, because then the bishop is active, the knight comes into the game, and we are in trouble. Right? This is what I need to play against tomorrow. Okay, now you can see that black's position is totally crammed up in this small area, and white's moves are really flowing. This is exactly the problem with the Colle system. And wow, what a sacrifice to start off with, double sacrifice. But then now of course we have what is the problem here? If we play this, we have a pawn wedge idea here, and we have the queen idea here, but I think we need to start with this check, because without the tempo Without the tempo, we are in trouble. We need the tempo for the pawn wedge to happen. So I think it's a check. The pawn wedge will work if I can now get the pawn wedge in. I'll just simply pick it up, check, and then the mate. So I think we found the sequence pretty straightforward. We gained a few points. Points is not the point, but yeah, I figured this out, that there's a nice little sacrifice that happens over there. Opening up, it happens only because the castling had not happened and the rook was still on h1. And again, this is pretty standard. This is you give up a pawn intermediately and then try to open up the position. Okay, this was a waste of move. I think this is clearly a problem. So yeah, this is a simple, isn't this a simple fork puzzle? Yeah, it looks like a simple fork puzzle. No, it's not really a simple fork puzzle, because when it push this fork here, the bishop will simply take it off because of this. Actually, the pawn's pinned, so it's not working. I can take this one here. Okay, when the bishop takes, then I can do this fork, but then you can do this check, and then he has this tempo move. So I think we need to relook at the move order. So let's calculate it. So let's calculate this. Let's say I put to the pawn push, right? Bishop takes. The knight takes. Then bishop takes. The king moves away. Now the queen comes in. Right? So basically everything's hanging and you would lose material. So that is not working in that specific order. But what if I start with this specific move? What would that entail? Or why don't I just play this move? So there are too many moves. Pawn push is possible, but I need to be very, very accurate in my evaluation. I'm not sure if that's the right way to do it. That is the main problem. Pawn push, knight takes, bishop fork, bishop takes, and we can pin the bishop. We can pin the bishop, and bishop takes, bishop, queen takes, and no, I think we're still losing. We're still losing material. It's not working. What about this fork? It's not really a fork. The queen will just move, but then I can play this here. So there's this knight fork, the king comes here, then the next fork, second fork. I think this is how it works. Yes, no, I think he's just given it up. I was calculating that, yeah. So I thought the queen will move here, but then we have a second fork, and then we get it in. I was right. I think I really loved the way I was able to find the double knight combination in the Colle system. I'm going to do, we're just on 3 puzzles. We're going to do like say 7 puzzles, 5 to 7 puzzles today. Let's see, this is a standard Colle setup as we know already. Okay, here we take, and this is exactly why Colle system works for white. Both the bishops are angling. My bishop on this bishop becomes a bad bishop. I'm, by the way, playing black tomorrow, so this is exactly what he's playing for. Once you do this, this is beautiful. This is very, very good for white, with both the bishops angling, and he castles the queen side to have a pawn storm on the opposite side. And he starts off with the pawn storm, makes perfect sense. He takes, and now, yeah, okay, wow, he just sacks. Beautiful sack. Now what do we do? Now this is actually a straightforward one. So rook check, king takes, the second rook comes in, delivering the mate. Sorry. So this is a rook check, king takes, second rook comes in, check. The knight can come back. Yes, but then I can just take it off. There is no issue. So I'm going to start off with this check. The other rook comes in. No, this is this. Okay. Now I can pick this off. No. Now where is the mate? So I know there's a mate here somewhere, but I want to find where is the mate. So I cannot do this check. I can do this one, and then the rook takes. I think there's a mating sequence somewhere. I'm just not able to find it where. I have the family fork here, but the problem is once I do this, he has check, king comes here, check, king comes out, and I lose the rook. So I need to find a quick and a very nice way to finish the game off here. So we have this check. No. Wow. this is not that straightforward. The problem basically is the rook here. Why don't I play the rook here, threatening this mate? Is there a way to stop this? I can take this off. A rook takes. No. Alright folks, this is the... I know that, I have a mate here somewhere, but I'm just not able to find the mate. It's so funny. Yes, so we do have this knight coming here. Knight is protecting this square and the queen is protecting this square. I can close this to stop any counterplay before creating a mating attack. The question is, where is the mating attack? I cannot do this because the knight takes. I can just take this off. Bishop takes, rook takes. I have this one as well. Queen check, king moves off. King check, queen moves off. And I'm losing this. Alright folks, we spent a lot of time on this. But what is the mating sequence? Because I know there is a mating sequence. I can feel that there is a mating sequence. Just that I'm able to find it. We have a family 4. Queen takes, queen here, check, king here, queen takes, and then I have this check, rook takes, bishop takes. Still there's no mate anywhere to be seen. Let's think about it. Bishop takes knight, threatening mate in 1. Yeah, I'm threatening mate in 1. So queen check, king here, queen check, king here, queen takes, then this is mate. So for this he has to play this. And then I have this check, king goes here. And I have this fork. I think this one. No? I am right. It's this way. Yeah, so you play that, then you lose the rook. So I was right. My whole calculation was right, but I got the move position wrong. And I was right in my calculation. The beauty is I got the calculation right. So not bad. We lost only 1 point because it's fairly tough puzzle to solve. Alright folks, the last puzzle for the day. On this, we're going to play a few games actually in the same Colle system. And this time we're finally playing from the black side because if you see, we have... Yes, now the key is we are getting the e5 break. And that is something we will be working on as black. Now I can play this here. I can take this here, I can take this here, so we have multiple options. Take this here, bishop takes, and then we play this, threatening this. So I think that's the one here. Bishop takes knight, bishop takes knight, and then you take this. So I think it starts with this, and then the knight punches a hole in the plan, and then I have this fork, which wins as material. So perfect. It was an easy calculation actually, because I knew that this kind of a sequence will happen. So it's an easy one. So let's look at a tougher one now. This is probably the tougher one. So we have the same Colle system. Yeah, this is standard Colle system without the bishop coming out. And this is beautiful way to develop the pieces. He's planning the e5 break. We know that very well. This is the break that we're working towards. And that's why the knight comes here, ensuring the break is pretty clean. Now, yes, this is the stonewallish structure has been brought up again with the knight beautiful in the center. Now we are trying the counter break on our side, and yeah, this is okay, very nice. So what do we have here? We have a nice little sequence. We can threaten this again one more time. Yeah, I think this should be the way to move forward because it's doing multiple things at the same time. And I am simply going to pick this off. Should be the right one. Yeah, it's felt like the right one. Okay, here we do have this threat. Queen cannot take it, but queen can move one step forward, threatening some of these things. But then we have this fork. Knight takes, knight takes. No, this doesn't work. Actually, I'm going to take knight takes knight. Knight takes directly. Does it work? Knight takes, pawn takes. No. Alright folks, let's take a second. So I knew that we have got the right sequence in, but he had this very nice little move in the middle, protecting this sequence. So then what do we got? Is it a silent move like queen back? Knight takes, pawn takes, knight check, king comes front, knight takes pawn, knight moves somewhere, what if it is just a simple knight takes this? If you take, the rook delivers a mate. The knight is controlling this square and the rook controls the entire file. Is it that? No, the other way. The rook queen comes back. No, let's get a hint. Okay, this is the knight. Knight takes knight. And the bishop check and the queen, the rook delivers a mate. Yeah, no. Check, win the queen. Wow, it's a super tricky puzzle. But it involves a queen sacrifice and get the queen back at the end of the sequence. Not very easy to find. Alright folks, as I told you, I want to practice the Colle system. So we're going to go to analysis board and pretty much set up the system. We're going to play e4, d4 and then knight f3, knight e6, knight f3, knight f3, knight f6. And generally they play the e3 move for this. And let's read what it says. It says you have e6, c5 and bishop f5, the anti-Colle. So I know the opponent is playing Colle system. So if I play the bishop here, and yeah, this is not very commonly played. Wesley So, Carlson, everybody's played c4. Wesley So has even played the e3 system. So if he plays this, then they typically move this. This is the typical structure that my opponent has played in the past. So I want to make this the main line and we're going to practice this. Okay, I'm playing black, so I need to know how would I handle this. Let's say I play c5, the most commonly played move in this position. So I'm going to play this position against the engine to understand how the system typically works. And I'm going to play as black against the computer. Alright, so I'll allow Stockfish to play its move. This is a very standard move. They're trying to open this up. How should I respond to this? Normally we put bishop d6. Getting the bishop into the game, castle. So we castles and they castles, typically how the system normally I've seen it progress. Okay, he doesn't do that and he's preparing the e5 break. Queen c7, also preparing the e4 break. We have this queen c7 move. Is also one of the moves, but I need to analyze it if it is correct. He takes it and we take it back with the bishop. Okay, I'm going to just get this back, no problem, exchange. And now the black bishops are now more present and my white bishop needs, and I need this break. There is no tempo, but I'm going to prepare my own e5 and e4. There's no castle yet. Okay, no issues. I'm going to create this break. Alright, so now what is the problem? There is no problem in this position. Actually, I've got a nice little center, bishops at the center. The only problem with this is that my bishop is blocked from developing. So I'm going to go back and sit here. It looks very awkward. I can just sit here as well and then open the bishop up in this position. So let's see. What can I do? Queen here, queen here, queen here. Three options. and I prefer the queen here or queen here. Queen here is also an option, controlling the two squares. Yes, this is better, I feel, helping us to open this up. Is there a tactic here? No, not really. So I'm going to stay along this diagonal, controlling the dark squares. This is not a problem, I can take it back. Wow, there's a sack. I take it. I'm not sure. I know that this is not open, but I'm going to simply come back. The knight could have taken it, yes, but the thing is I was worried about this pawn. So let's understand why I didn't take it from the knight. So let's say I take it from the knight, I lose this pawn. Oh, I lose this. I think it was okay. It was okay. Yeah, knight also is okay. There's no problem. Now, what have we got? Now I have my own set of break. Oh yes, this works. This pawn push works. You cannot really take it. I'm going to take this off. No issues. And I'm going to further put pressure on this pawn. And the bishop opens up and the match is pretty much hanging in the balance. Not much of a problem. Okay, I take this. We have a knight check as well, yes. And I come back here, no problem. So takes, no takes. I'm going to play it here, threatening this fork. I'm not winning this pawn, threatening this fork. But I'm losing this pawn, yeah, it's a problem. So let's block this. I think these pawns are pretty strong now. Alright, no issues. Now I'm going to move the rook along this open diagonal. We have a free pawn here, yes, that's true. We want to open up the bishop as well. Okay, somewhere here we have a free pawn, that is true. The problem is my bishop is really struggling to find any ground actually, which is the problem for me. But yes, I'm going to play this here. I'm going to worry about activity rather than pawn. If the pawn comes in, I just come back, no issues. Yeah, I knew that. Just come back and then I'm going to open this up, put the rook. That's okay. I'm going to put this rook here and here and here. Okay. Okay. Now the problem is this fellow is eyeing and my rooks are not connected, which I'm not very comfortable with. I was hoping for the rook queen to come. I'm going to get the rook in, bring it laterally up and then push it here. Okay, no issues. I'm going to just simply come back. Yeah, that's not a problem. Now we are fine, folks. I feel this is not an issue. I simply push this here. And yes, I love exchanges at this point in time. Okay, now of course he's just giving up, threatening this take. We have the queen coming in, so we have what? Okay, okay, there's nothing much there. There's no threat as such, so I'm just going to allow this. We give a check. Come back here. We have this check. pin it to win it. So I have this pinned piece, can't protect, and yeah, I can simply, okay, he's attacking the knight, so let's save the knight. We have a check, but there's nothing much. Okay, I can push this pawn actually, which basically protects this whole sequence, and then, you know, alright, that's not a problem. Okay, thank you for the queen, and then I'm going to simply push in and win the no issues. Let's bring the second queen in, and let's just simply quickly, slowly, nicely, beautifully, easily convert this easily one position, and we have a mating sequence which starts with this check and a mate. Alright, that was a simple one move mate in the sequence. But what I'm really more interested in, of course, you know, let's see when we started off, what was the situation. When we started off, it was an equal position, and you know, we had a nice little sequence going on. Let's look at computer analysis. So we did win this game, but I really want to know what is the best set of moves in any of these specific positions, and how do we go about doing it. What we got wrong, what we got right, how many mistakes, how many blunders, and that's what we are worried about. So if you look at it, it's still loading it up. So of course, you know, the quality of the game would depend on the quality of the opponent. We can see that I had one mistake and 3 inaccuracies in the whole thing. I had a beautiful middle game, 91% middle game, which is fairly accurate middle game. We're going to learn from our mistakes. Yes, we're going to learn from our mistakes. But yes, pretty good game from us. Pretty happy. Okay, this was a mistake. Seriously, how is this a mistake? What? Do you have anything better? Oh, I think I should have played this. So the idea was, what I realized now is that when I play this, he can simply pick this off, but he's not yet castled, so it is giving him a good set of advantage. That was the only mistake in the entire game where I missed. This bishop f6 is a very, very common idea in the Colle system. So which means I have already, actually speaking, he could have just simply taken this off right here. So I need to think of a better way to play this. Yes, so what I can do is when he plays this, simply pick this off and then put the bishop into the game, and we ourselves will be playing for the e4 break. Alright folks, this is something that we can try in the sequence, but bishop d6 gives them a huge advantage. Of course, they didn't pick it up, but then we were able to punish some of the blunders the opponent did. Was it the best move? Yeah, knight actually takes was the better move. Knight takes was the better move. No? It was equal. Either of them would work. There's no issues. Alright folks, let's play this again. So let's play this again. So continue from here against the computer. We're going to play against this one. So we are 40 minutes into today's session. Maybe we'll do one more. Okay. Alright folks. What did they look at? See, please understand, one thing that I remember is that if I take this and take this, it's a huge advantage for black because both the bishops are getting activated. So I do not want to take this. But what I will rather do is find a way to develop my pieces. So one of the ways to do it is getting the bishop along this diagonal and trying ourselves for this specific break that we have. What I can do, first castle and then try and play this. That's also possible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to castle. And if he takes, I'm going to take it, of course. And this bishop is nowhere to be seen. I'm going to simply castle and then play this way, putting the bishop, knight here, bishop here, and then trying to play this. So here the only problem now is this knight. I think queen c7 is a way to approach this, with then putting knight and bishop into the knights. Or actually, I'm going to just play the bishop here as well. I'm playing for the e4, e5 break myself. Right, that's what we are trying. Okay, some sort of a stone wall structure already in place. I can soon expect one more. Okay, let me just close this. Bishop sits there. Standard stone wall stuff. This bishop is a dead bishop. I need an e5 break at some point of time. Pure play stone wall. Yes, I agree. Now the problem for me is all my pieces are on this side of the board while his attack is coming on this side of the board. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to myself play the reverse stone wall structure. Take it, then I'm going to play my own stone wall structure. Alright, so he's bringing in the Greek gift. This bishop is dead. So I need a break. I need the e5 break. But I don't know how to do this. So what I can do is play f4 and then bring the rook up. So he doesn't have the rook coming in here. That's one advantage of this current situation. Now my problem is my bishop is not in great shape. My knight and bishop both are not in great shapes. So I need a break. Shall I take the central break? Should I try to do something else? I'm a little confused. So this whole structure is in really nice situation and I would want to reverse it. I want this bishop to become active, which it is not. So one of the ways to activate it is this way. Okay. I think what I can do, I can get the pawn up, queen out and the rook out. I think I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to first block this bishop from coming in. Then get my rook lifted into the position. Knight wanting to come in. I'm going to exchange that off because I've got the rook out of the sequence. And my rook enters along this diagonal. The queen preparing this break, which is okay. I want my queen to enter. I want this bishop to slowly come out. The bishop is dead. I can actually try this break as well. But my own pawns are blocking my bishop. So I am going to play this here. Okay. The idea being, I have this check and then the rook can defend and the queen can enter. Okay. I think I did a mistake. What was the mistake? That was a mistake. Okay. Now this bishop is hanging. But I have this check. Okay, it's a lost game. Not really a lost game, you can say. Queen check. I'm threatening this. Now, this bishop is a problem. Okay, so I need to have a defensive idea. We got mated. So what was the mistake? I think this pawn takes was the mistake. Let's analyze this. I think the mistake was this pawn takes. I did a pawn takes. G into h3. No, not this one. This was a mistake. Yeah, this was a mistake, and then I lost the match. Here also I had an opportunity. Then yeah, I missed this. So what is the best move? Oh, make space. Give up material. Oh, I have a mate here. Okay, it's not like I'm giving a material. I play this and then I defend. But yeah, it was lost nonetheless. Yeah, it was a losing game, but yeah, nonetheless, folks, it's a good attempt. Actually, I was better for most of the game, but yeah, I didn't know what to do here. Yes, exactly. This is the exact position where I was absolutely clueless on how to activate my pieces. Okay, so I think my laptop's running out of charge. Not sure what went wrong. Okay, this is just got, my laptop chargers got disconnected. 1 second, folks. Let us just charge this laptop. I think it fell off some time back. Yeah, now it's charging. Okay, last 10 minutes, folks. Let's see what could have been done here. I struggled here. What to do? Should I have played this? Or should I have taken this? Oh, I should have probably taken it and then close this. And he takes. And then the bishop itself is protecting the whole thing. Wow. That is what was the thing. Here, of course, that's a mistake. What could I have done? I could have played this. Yup. Now that I know this is a pinned pawn and he has to play this, then I can take this. No? Then what I can do? I have to open up my bishop or the rook. So it's a fairly tough situation. Of course, you know, here I could have simply moved away. Somewhere something was better. Okay, here I had a better sequence. I should have taken this off, maybe. No? Yeah, try to create some play there. And I should have taken this way, because then you're losing material. Okay. Good, folks. Good. I think it's a good one. Okay, last one. Still, I have some mistakes. I thought I had done with my mistakes. Here, I should have just opened it up. No material was lost. I had my own mating sequence. So great, folks. We'll play last round, Colle System, and then we're going to go to call it a day. So let's try it again. But I think this was very nice. As you can see, the end game was really bad. I was actually going into the end game in an advantageous position, and I could not convert it. But it was a very good learning experience again. And again, we are trying to understand the Colle system by playing a match, because tomorrow I'm playing probably something tending towards this in the actual tournament. So let's see. Yeah, again we have the same kind of system. Yeah, last time what we thought was we'll play our bishop d6 and then castle. This is what we played. It was okay. It was fine. Nothing wrong with it. We both of us castle. And he takes, I take. There is no bishop takes, and there is no this one. This is like a Caro-Kann structure with white. What if I take this? Knight takes, bishop takes. Should I take it? Should I open this up? No, I would love for him to take it, because that opens up my bishop. So, okay, now let us calculate this. This takes, bishop takes, knight takes. This will take me to the end game. Bishop takes, knight takes, everything takes, and then it takes me to the end game. But yeah, he's gotten his e5 break. So why don't I do a counter break? I play my own thing. The bishop opens up. You take, I take, no issues. I can push the pawn, but the problem is this bishop is hanging. So I push the pawn, he takes it, then I have to take it from the bishop. Knight takes, knight takes. Possible, not ideal. I don't know. Let's try. Let's try. To go back, pawn double push. I go back. I lose this pawn thanks to the missed tempo. He didn't take that pawn. He'll still take the pawn. It's double protected. I think we messed it up with this pawn push, maybe. I don't know. Now we are fine, I feel. I thought we messed up pretty badly. Let's try to remove those, get the bishop out, get the rook in. Takes. I take with the queen. Oh, okay. Play it here. I can't take it because of this fork. And it's a pretty little fork. So I'm going to play it here, blocking this. Oh, that's okay. Oh, he's getting a... Is he? I'm not sure if he's getting anything. Now he can not do much. Okay, let me pin it. Okay. Now the problem is this rook is eyeing my queen, which I don't like. But I don't have a place to hide. My queen just does not have a place to hide. The bishop doesn't have a great thing to do either. Let's look at this. Bishop takes, queen takes, rook takes, queen takes, rook takes. Doesn't work. Alright folks, I think we've gotten ourselves into a bit of a mess with this queen not having a place to go. Let's try this. Okay, this seems okay. Now I have this. Okay. You can take it, no issues. Okay. Alright, now the problem is this knight doesn't have protection. But yes, you take, I take, so should be okay. He gets a pawn additional. Wait, sorry, that was just a misclick. So does he have any mating sequence? No. Isn't this a fork? Not really. Okay. Okay. Alright, the problem with this is this check. Knight has to come back. Ah, that is fine. Okay. Alright. I think I should have an intermediate move in this position. I have a feeling there's some intermediate move in this position. Okay, let's just play here. Play here. this threat? What is the threat? See, the problem is this is a pinned piece. Instead of a problem, I need to get rid of pin. Now the issue that I'm facing is pawn takes mistakes. I lose material. I play this, try to give this check. I still lose material. Let me take, and then I get out of the pin. Lose a pawn. Not an issue. Okay, we are fine, folks. We are okay. It's not like super bad position. We're not winning, of course, but we're not losing either. Now, first of all, let's put the opposite color. This is, of course, unfortunately stuck. I have this move, but then I would want to protect this pawn first, and then I would want to protect the other pawn. Oh, I missed a mate in one. Yeah, that's a pretty poor one. No issues. I think we can call it a day, folks. Not a bit tough day towards the end, but I think still the white was dominating, and I need to see where did I go wrong, because I think there's something wrong in the way which I played. This was the mistake. I should have done the counter play thing. So takes, and then you take, then we queen, and then we are completely winning because we have material up. So yeah, that was not the problem. The problem was I got there, which was really poor position. Then I think I just did not have any chances post that. This was a blunder, but I didn't play it correctly. Again, my position. Okay, we got into equal position, and again I did a mistake here. I should have taken the free pawn. I was just wondering where to put it, but it was later on, so I think he played this correctly, and then it became a problem. This was a further mistake. I should have opened this king up. He's saying give up material, but yes. Okay, here we had a nice little chance. We should have played this. Again giving up material, but then coming to equality. Oh my god, I knew I had some sequence. Oh, this was because of the back rank issue. He had this we take, he take, and he take, and we were winning. So we had some winning sequences. But yes, good one. And I think we call it a day. It's a nice little day, but I would of course take some of these learnings to the game tomorrow. So I'm going to revise these games in the morning before I go in. Maybe I do a few